Globalization. It's a word we hear everywhere, but what does it really mean? At its heart, globalization is about connection. The world is now a tightly woven network. In the past, messages and goods took months to travel. Cultures were isolated. Today, those barriers have vanished. The world feels smaller, not physically, but because distance and time matter less. We live in an age of instant communication and rapid movement of goods, people, and ideas. Your breakfast might include coffee from Brazil, fruit from Mexico, and bread made with wheat from Canada. News, business, and culture cross borders in real time. A financial crisis in one country can ripple across the globe. We call this the global village, a world where everyone is a neighbor. This closeness brings both opportunities and challenges. We can collaborate to solve global problems, but we also share risks. Economic downturns, pollution, and political instability now affect us all. Globalization is the defining force of our era, reshaping economies, cultures, and power. Its pace has accelerated dramatically in recent decades. From the clothes we wear to the ideas we share, globalization is everywhere. It's complex, powerful, and sometimes controversial. To navigate our future, we must understand how this interconnected world came to be. Why does it matter? Because it touches every aspect of our lives. The world is not shrinking, but our connections are growing stronger and faster. Understanding globalization is the first step to understanding our place in the world. Let's explore how this transformation happened, and what it means for us all. What's fueling this global connection? Three engines: technology, trade, and communication. Technology, especially the internet and mobile devices, has erased barriers of time and distance. A business in Ohio can work with a team in Vietnam instantly. A student in Nigeria can learn from a professor in Massachusetts. Trade is the second driver. Lower tariffs and open markets have created a global marketplace. Organizations like the World Trade Organization set the rules, making it easier for goods and services to cross borders. The third engine advances in transportation and communication. Air travel and shipping innovations mean products and people move faster and farther than ever. A car made in Germany can be sold in China. Flowers from Colombia can arrive fresh in Canada. These forces reinforce each other. Technology enables trade demands better transport, and communication keeps it all running. The result? A world that's more integrated and interdependent than ever. The machinery of globalization is always running, connecting us in ways we barely notice. Our economies, cultures, and daily lives are now part of a global system. The pace of change is only accelerating. These engines have rewired how we live and work. Understanding them is key to understanding globalization itself. This is the foundation of our connected world. Globalization has brought real benefits. Open markets let countries specialize, making goods cheaper and more plentiful. Millions have been lifted out of poverty, especially in developing nations. New industries and jobs have emerged, creating a global middle class. Cultural exchange is thriving. K-pop, Bollywood, yoga, and more cross borders daily. Sharing ideas and traditions builds understanding and breaks down stereotypes. Scientists and researchers now collaborate worldwide, accelerating innovation. The rapid development of COVID-19 vaccines showed the power of global cooperation. Tackling big challenges, like climate change, requires this kind of teamwork. By pooling knowledge and resources, we can solve problems that affect everyone. Globalization, at its best, means shared prosperity and a richer, more connected culture. But globalization has a dark side. Its benefits aren't shared equally. Inequality is rising both within and between countries. Many workers in developed nations have lost jobs as companies move production overseas. Some of the poorest countries struggle to compete, lacking infrastructure and investment. Multinational corporations can exploit weak labor and environmental laws to maximize profits. The environment pays a price. More production and transport mean more pollution and resource depletion. The true cost of cheap goods is often hidden: deforestation, pollution, and habitat loss. Cultural identity can be eroded as global brands and Western culture spread, leading to sameness. Local traditions risk being overshadowed or lost. The challenge: how do we stay connected without losing what makes us unique? Globalization's costs are real and demand thoughtful solutions. Globalization has shifted the balance of power. China's rapid transformation from a poor agrarian society to a global economic powerhouse is unprecedented. It leads in manufacturing, technology, and investment. India, the world's largest democracy, is rising through its booming service sector and tech industry. Its young population and vibrant culture are shaping the global stage. Brazil, rich in resources and agricultural might, is a key player in South America and beyond. These countries, along with Russia and South Africa as BRICS, are now major economic powers. They're building their own corporations, banks, and global influence. The world is no longer dominated by a handful of Western nations. We're entering a multipolar era, with new centers of power and influence. The rise of China, India, and Brazil is changing the rules of the global game. The future will be shaped by many voices, not just a few. The rise of new powers is challenging the old world order. Institutions like the World Bank and IMF were shaped by the West, but now China and others want a bigger say. China's Belt and Road Initiative and new banks are alternatives to Western-led systems. These rising powers demand reforms to reflect today's economic realities. A multipolar world could be more democratic and balanced, with more voices at the table. But it also brings risks. Competition and rivalry, especially between the US and China, can lead to instability. The world could split into competing blocs with different rules and alliances. Managing this shift peacefully is a major diplomatic challenge. Old and new powers must find common ground to avoid conflict. The global power dynamic is changing, and how we respond will shape the future. Globalization creates real opportunities for individuals. Entrepreneurs can reach customers worldwide, artisans can sell directly online, and students can access global education. Talent is mobile. A young engineer in India can work for a German company, or an American designer for a Brazilian startup. Consumers benefit from more choices and lower prices, raising living standards. Access to new products and services improves health, education, and quality of life. Social and political change is easier. Activists can organize global movements online. The Me Too movement, for example, became a worldwide call for change. Ordinary people now have a global voice. Globalization empowers individuals to connect, create, and make a difference. The world is open for those ready to seize its opportunities. But globalization also brings real challenges. Job losses and economic disruption can fuel resentment and political backlash. Workers in developing countries may face low wages and poor conditions as companies chase the cheapest labor. The benefits of growth don't always reach those who need them most. Cultural anxiety grows as local traditions are replaced by global brands and immigration changes communities. This tension between global and local is a defining issue of our time. Our interconnectedness also makes us vulnerable to global shocks, pandemics, financial crises, cyber attacks. In a hyper-connected world, risks spread quickly and affect everyone. Balancing the benefits of globalization with its costs is a constant struggle. We must find ways to protect workers, cultures, and communities. Our shared security depends on managing these global risks together. Globalization is a double-edged sword, offering huge opportunities and serious risks. It's driven growth, lifted millions from poverty, and connected us like never before. But it's also fueled inequality, environmental damage, and cultural anxiety. The same connections that help us cooperate can also spread crises at lightning speed. The benefits and costs are real and not shared equally. We can't turn back the clock, but we can shape the future. The challenge: build a global system that's more inclusive, fair, and sustainable. Smarter policies, responsible corporations, and active global citizens are all needed. We must embrace collaboration and confront the problems globalization creates. The rise of new powers adds complexity, demanding new diplomacy and understanding. Navigating this landscape won't be easy, but it's essential. Understanding globalization's promise and peril is the first step. Our future depends on finding the right balance for everyone, everywhere.